ISI, the Intercollegiate Studies Institute, with the Citadel, has been sponsoring a course on the conservative intellectual tradition in America. You today gave the first lecture in that course, which is really the introductory lecture and the background on it. Why do you think conservatism is important for people to understand?
Well, it's the most important political force in the country right now. It has gained a tremendous amount of strength, people, over the last 5 or so years. Partially that's a reaction to what's going on in the country, but I think what you're doing, Mallory, is so important because you're looking at the foundations. I mean, a great many people who call themselves conservatives or who are interested in the conservative cause think that it started with Reagan or it started with Goldwater or something else. And what you're doing is showing that it started with Western civilization. I mean, it goes back, the roots of conservatism go back 2,000 years. And they come from Greece and from Rome and from England and from the Bible and all of the places that established Western civilization. Pieces were taken out of them, of all these different disciplines and places and books and thought and so on. As I said, melded together when the Constitution was written, the Declaration of Independence was written in this country, and that really is the foundation of the conservative movement today. And I think to the extent that people understand that, and their students particularly learn that thing, it will serve them well throughout their entire career.
It's interesting. After you gave your lecture, one of the people viewing the lecture, not one of the students, one of the people viewing the lecture came up to me, and I think you heard him, and said, "I didn't realize it, but I'm a conservative."
Right.
So I don't think people really understand what a conservative is. What is a conservative?
Well, you're right. Many of them don't, and it's because they listen to the sort of the fast process of American politics. They listen to people running for office, and they're talking about something that's happening today, and not any of the more foundational things. But what a conservative is basically is somebody who believes in liberty. First of all, they believe in the rule of law. They believe in tradition and order. I think that they don't have to believe in God, but they need to know that the belief in God, generally speaking, is a big part of it, simply because it's the tradition of Judeo-Christian belief that establishes so much of what conservatism is based on. I mean, things like ethics and honesty and honor and justice and all those kind of concepts, which is really what the foundation is. So that those are the background things. As I said in my lectures, I think it's very true. If you say simply a conservative believes the things that the founders of the American Republic believe, I think you're in pretty good shape.
Why? Now, you're chairman of ISI.
I am.
Why is ISI, the Intercollegiate Studies Institute, sponsoring this with the Citadel?
Well, I think it's the kind of thing ISI does, and it does it so effectively that it's talking to students about more than just everyday politics. It's talking about the conservative tradition. It's talking about the philosophy, the things that are behind it, and what that has done over ISI's 50-some years is to establish the foundations with people that didn't realize they were conservatives, who then went on and became good, solid conservative citizens and did all sorts of things throughout their lifetime. And what they learned through ISI oftentimes was the most fundamental thing that they learned.
Al Regnery, thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you so much for chairing ISI.
Well, thank you for having me here. It's been a great pleasure.